Hello students, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to Online Tayari. This is our session on daily current affairs, MCQs. So let us begin our class with the first question for today. We have, who inaugurated the Virtual India Pavilion for the first online edition of Cannes Film Market 2020? It is option C, Prakash Javadekar. Okay. So the Indian Pavilion was inaugurated virtually at the Cannes Film Market on 22nd June 2020 by the Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Prakash Javadekar. So the Cannes Film Market, it comprises of virtual pavilions for institutions like film funds and filming boards from across the world. Okay, so also in addition to this, the virtual booths for companies are for screening and selling their project at hand, and they'll be providing assistance in connecting them to buyers. Okay, the Indian Pavilion website will be showcasing some of the films of the legendary filmmaker Satyajit Ray to mark his centenary year. It is also the first time that the Film Bazaar is featuring at Cannes. Okay, let's move to the second one. What is the new name given by Japan to the island claimed by China, Japan, and Taiwan? So you have four options. It is actually none of these. It is option D, none of the above. Because the new name of the island claimed by China, Japan, and Taiwan is Tonoshiro Senkaku. Okay. So recently in southern Japan, the Ishigaki City Assembly in Okinawa, it passed a bill to amend the name of the area under the administration, which covered the islands of Tonoshiro Senkaku from Tonoshiro. Okay, so this was in effect from 1st October. Okay, the disputed island that is called by the name Diaoyu in China and Senkaku in Japan. The step has been taken to avoid mistakes in administration, since another location in Ishigaki City is also known by Tonoshiro. So China has stated that it reserves the right to give a response to the Japanese decision of renaming the island, and Japan should not interfere with the internal affairs of Beijing. The Taiwanese government also claims the islets and has strongly protested to Japan regarding the change of name. Okay, clear? Let's move to the third one. So what is the full form of Yukti, YUKTI, whose second version has been launched by Ramesh Pokhriyal? It is option A, Young India Combating COVID with Knowledge, Technology and Innovation. Okay. So what is this, what is the thing actually is, the MHRD, that is the Ministry of Human Resource Development, they have launched an online repository for promoting unique ideas of students and teachers. This program has been named as Yukti 2.0. Formerly it promoted with the name Massive Indian Novelty Depository, that is MIND. So through this portal, the MHRD, it will be attempting to ensure that the students, teachers and researchers in higher educational institutions are getting a relevant support to fulfill the requirements that are required to promote their technologies and innovations. Okay. So let's move to the fourth one. What is the name of the first yoga university? It is option D, Vivekananda Yoga University. Okay, there's a small change here, students. I'm sorry, this is option A. Okay. So the first yoga university of the world has been named after Swami Vivekananda, called Swami Vivekananda Yoga University. The first yoga university of the world that is outside India has been launched in Los Angeles in the United States. So the university, it will be offering programs that unite scientific principles and modern research approaches to ancient Indian practice of yoga. So Vayu has commenced its first campus in Los Angeles with a budget of 5 million USD. So the university, it will be starting in post-graduation course later this year in the United States, and the admission will start in April. Okay, so Vayu will encourage combined research, credit transfers and joint programs with numerous leading universities across the world. Okay, let's move to the fifth one. What is the position of India in terms of purchasing power parity, triple P, PPP, as per the findings of the World Bank? It is option C, third position. So India has been ranked at the third position according to the findings of the World Bank on the basis of purchasing power parity with reference year taken as 2017. The findings have been done under the International Comparison Program, and the next comparison will be undertaken in 2021 as a reference year. So the Ministry of the Statistics and Program Implementation stated on 23rd June that the first position will be held by the United States, followed by China. So the next ICP comparison will be conducted for the reference year as 2021. So what is this triple P's? They help in converting vital measures of economic activities to be comparable across economies. Okay, clear? Let's move to the sixth one. Which institute has developed nanozymes to destroy bacterial cell membranes? It is option B, Indian Institute of Sciences. So the team of researchers working in the Indian Institute of Science in Bengaluru they have developed nano enzymes so that's called as nanozymes. So these will tear down the bacterial cell membrane by targeting its phospholipids directly. So nanozymes, they are nanomaterials which are known to destroy and break down the cell membranes of a wide variety of bacteria that cause disease. The study of nanozymes was undertaken by the Department of Microbiology and Cell Biology and the Department of Inorganic and Physical Chemistry, and was also published in the Journal of ACS Applied Biomaterials. Okay, let's move to the seventh one. Which country has completed the launch of its Beidou satellite system? It is option B, China. So China has completed the launch of the final satellite in the Beidou satellite system on 23rd June and successfully completed a new global navigation system after decades of development, starting in the year 1983 as a twin-sat regional navigation system which utilized two geostationary satellites. So the final satellite was launched by the Long March 3B rocket into the orbit from Xichang Satellite Launch Center in southwest China. Clear? Let's move to the eighth one. Which company has signed an agreement with the Haryana government to impart education to students under the Chief Minister's Distance Learning Program? It is option A, Reliance Jio. So the state government of Haryana has signed an agreement with Reliance Jio TV for providing education to school-going students under the Chief Minister's Distance Learning Program during COVID-19 pandemic. So according to the agreement, the 4 channels of EduSat, they will be available on the Jio platform without any payment. The agreement will be beneficial to about 52 lakh English and Hindi medium school students of government and private schools under the various boards and state boards. Okay, it's a very good initiative actually. Okay, let's move to the ninth one. Which company has partnered with the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship to launch Skills Build Reignite? It is option D, IBM. So IBM, that is International Business Machines, they have partnered with the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship to launch Skill Build Reignite. So what is this Skill Build Reignite? So the main objective is of this initiative, they will be providing entrepreneurs and job seekers access to course free through digital medium, and they will also be supporting to assist them in reinventing their careers and businesses. The company has collaborated with the Directorate General of Training to provide digital skill training in the field of cloud computing and artificial intelligence to the students and the trainers throughout the country in the industrial training institutes and also the national skill training institutes. Okay, Let's move to the 10th one. When is the United Nations Public Service Day observed? It is option A, 23rd June. So the United Nations Public Service Day is observed on 23rd June every year to celebrate the spirit and value of public services towards the community and the development process. The day also underscores the work of public servants and young individuals to provide them encouragement to pursue careers in the public sector. The day was declared on 20th December 2002 by the United Nations General Assembly with the adoption of Resolution 57/277. So the UN has also established the UN Public Service Awards program in 2003 to provide recognition to the importance of public service. Okay, clear? So students, these are the 10 questions for today. Tomorrow I'll be coming up with another set of MCQs for you. Until then, please do stay at home. Please stay safe. Also keep staying tuned to Online Tayari. This is Meghna signing off. Bye.